The dark origins of Dobby, the sinister truth behind house elves. Welcome, seekers of the strange and the unseen. This is Hidden Realms, where shadows whisper and truth hides between the lines of myth and memory. Tonight, we unravel a disturbing tale buried deep in the pages of fantasy and folklore. You may know Dobby as the lovable house elf from Harry Potter, loyal, squeaky-voiced, and fond of mismatched socks. But what if I told you Dobby and his kind may have roots in something far darker, something ancient and real? Part 1. The charming curse of the house elf. In the Harry Potter universe, house elves are magical beings bound to servitude. They're cheerful, subservient, and often punished for disobedience, sometimes by their own hands. But why would such a creature exist? Where did the idea really come from? J.K. Rowling, a master of myth-weaving, didn't create house elves from scratch. In fact, they resemble a long-standing archetype, the domestic spirit, with a price. Let's rewind the history books. Across Europe, there are countless legends of tiny, hidden folk living in human homes. In Scotland, there were brownies helpful at night, vengeful when slighted. In Slavic lands, the Domovoya house spirit who protects the family, unless you forget to leave him offerings. And in German folklore, kobolds, sometimes helpful, sometimes malicious, and always unpredictable. The key trait: these beings were bound to your home, but cross them, and you'd wish you never had. Part 2. Elves of Ice and Shadow. The Icelandic connection. Now, journey with me north to Iceland. Their elves are not just legends, they're taken seriously. Even today, robes are sometimes diverted to avoid disturbing elf homes. But don't be fooled by modern romanticism. Icelandic elves, or the hidden people, have never been cute. These hidden folk are described as tall, beautiful, but dangerous. To lure humans, kidnap children, and drive people mad. One tale from the 18th century tells of a farmer who mocked the elves by building atop their sacred hill. That night he vanished. His body was found days later, contorted and covered in frost. ... In mid... Like house elves, they live close to us and react to disrespect with terrifying consequences. Could Dobby's magical self-harm, his fear of speaking ill of masters, and his servitude mirror these older tales? Are Rowling's elves just a softened mask over an older, darker myth? Part 3. Goblins, servants, and the sinister underclass. Now let's peel back another layer, Goblin. In medieval lore, goblins were not merely mischievous. They were monstrous, twisted creatures of the night, stealing gold, tormenting livestock, and whispering dark thoughts into human ears. Some goblins were said to live beneath the earth, in grand halls sound familiar. The goblins of Harry Potter run Gringotts Bank, yes, but their portrayal, cunning, untrusting, is deeply entangled with centuries-old stereotypes. And just like elves, Goblins were often enslaved or summoned by wizards in historical tales, forced to serve until they turned on their masters. Could it be that house elves are a blending of brownie, goblin, and law? Not friends, but prisoners, not helpers, but magical creatures, bound and broken. Part 4. Dobby's true legacy. Dobby, the free elf, is often seen as a hero. Let's not forget how rare that is in the wizarding world. Most house elves accept their chains, punish themselves for wanting more. That's not comedy. That's tragedy. This is where fantasy holds a mirror to reality. Enslaved beings, brainwashed into loyalty, bound by old power structure. Even Hermione Granger, who tried to liberate them through SPEW, was met with resistance from the elves themselves. Ask yourself, why? Perhaps the true horror isn't the magic. It's the mindset, the systems, the unseen hand that writes the rules and punishes rebellion. Part 5. From hidden realms to modern mind. Dobby isn't alone. From the domovoi of Russia to the kobolds of Germany to the elves of Iceland, lava fields, these hidden beings speak to something ancient in us, a fear of the other, and a guilt about how we treat those who serve. We laugh at Dobby, we cheer when he's free, but deep down we feel the weight of the chain. That is the true power of myth. It hides in fiction, it whispers through lore, and sometimes it looks up at us from the shadows, wide-eyed and waiting. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the darker corners of fantasy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Hidden Realms. We have more portals to open, and deeper shadows to explore. Until next time, keep your eyes open. The realm is always watching.